Throughout our laboratory assignments this year, we will be using a microscope. This video was created to help prepare you to use a microscope. Microscopes are used to magnify an object. Magnification makes an object appear larger than it really is. A characteristic of a microscope is the resolution and how clearly the magnifying object can be seen. There are two main types of microscopes, which differ in magnification and resolution. There is the electron microscope, and here is a photo of an electron microscope, and there are light microscopes. There are two types of light microscopes: a simple light microscope, which uses one lens, and a compound light microscope that uses two lenses. One lens to magnify the object, which is called the objective lens, and another lens to further magnify the object called the ocular lens. This is a photo of a compound microscope that we will be using in our labs this year. Why do we use microscopes? We use microscopes to study the complexity of a living and non-living objects. Here's an example of a living cell that has been magnified under a microscope. You'll see some parts of the cell labeled, the nucleus. You can see part of the cell wall structure and other parts. Let's look at the parts of a microscope. Here you will see the eyepiece, or the ocular lens. You will be able to view by placing your eye on the eyepiece and look down the body tube to view the object on your microscope lens. Here is the revolving nose piece, which allows you to turn the objective lenses to change the resolution of the object on your microscope slide. Here's the stage of the microscope that you will put your microscope slide on and use stage clips to hold it in place. Here's a photo of a microscope slide. Here you will see the objective lens looking down on your microscope slide, placed on the stage. And here are the stage clips that are used to hold the slide in place. Below the stage is the diaphragm, which is a revolving disc under the stage to adjust the light source that comes up through to view your object. And here's your light source. Some cells are more visible with more light, and some cells are more visible with less light. Here are your knobs for your coarse adjustment and your fine adjustment. This helps refine and retune the resolution of the object. More of like a focusing tool. Then you have the main support structure of the microscope, the arm and the base. This is used to transport the microscope. You place one hand on the arm and your other hand underneath the base of the microscope, and you're able to transport your microscope. You'll be able to move it from place to place in the lab as needed. This completes our lesson on microscopes. Feel free to refer back to this video throughout the year as needed to familiarize yourself more with the microscope.